Good afternoon. The topic I will be discussing today is debunking the iPad kid and the effect of non-educational media on elementary literacy rates. According to the CEO of Metametrics, Ellison, who has a PhD in education, 1 in 3 American adults are functionally illiterate. That means that over 100 million people in the United States can't read or write well enough to handle everyday tasks, like filling out a job application, understanding medical instructions, or reading safety manuals. The root of this problem starts in elementary school, when children are just learning to read. And in today's classrooms and homes, there is a silent epidemic contributing to this crisis: non-educational technology. With smartphones and tablets now in the hands of young children, the ability to read is becoming less prioritized, and more children are being pulled into addictive, non-informational media that doesn't support their learning or development. My name is Ellison, and after researching this issue extensively, I'm here to persuade you that with a rise of non-educational and addictive technology, the ability to read is becoming less prioritized. The current school system and technology habits are failing kids, and addictive technology is being linked to weaker language and literacy skills. To combat this issue, we must replace brainless screen time with educational media and structured alternatives. The first point I want to make is that our current system and technology habits are failing kids. Today, many kids are entering school systems without foundational literacy skills. Similarly to the information from Ellison, a report in the Nation's Report Card revealed that only 33% of fourth graders in the U.S. read at or above a proficient level in 2022. This low number can be attributed to screen time. Building off that, researcher Sudhir Mupala from the Institute of Medical Sciences and Research states that language development is also affected by screen time, as it diminishes the quantity and quality of interactions between children and their caregivers. This directly shows that unrestricted access to digital devices at a young age is correlated with poor literacy and language development. Think about it. When a child spends 2 or 3 hours a day watching YouTube, they're not interacting with adults, they're not asking questions, they're not hearing new vocabulary in new context, but these passive experiences are not building literacy. Instead, they are reducing opportunities to practice speaking and understanding. And the consequences of this is lifelong. According to previously mentioned PhD Ellison, he explains that strong reading skills are necessary for many children's futures, whether it's for success in future jobs, moving to a higher education, or keeping up with current events. Additionally, according to the Alliance for Excellent Education, they agree with Ellison, and they say that children who fall behind in literacy at an early age are even at a higher risk of dropping out, earning less, and struggling socially and emotionally throughout life. So what can we do about this issue? The best solution is not to eliminate technology, but to use it to our advantage and transform it. We should promote educational media that actively supports children's development and restrict passive, non-informational content. The Children's Trust Organization offers some simple but effective strategies by setting designated no screen time hours where children can engage in reading, imagination, playtime, or even outdoor activity. They also suggest to replace passive screen time with educational games and shows. One way to do this is by changing the media that our children consume. Not all screen time is harmful. According to the American Psychological Association, the APA, educational technology can be incredibly effective when used intentionally. Well-designed educational content, such as interactive games and educational television, can teach literacy, math skills, and problem-solving skills. These platforms can promote social-emotional learning and resilience, and encourage children to persist through challenges and think critically. This solution isn't about going backwards or banning screens. It's about replacing mindless content with learning tools that benefit children academically and emotionally. Additionally, by pushing schools to push platforms that encourage reading and comprehension, we can improve literacy rates within the classroom. A common counterargument is that all media helps kids learn, or technology is the future. These points are not entirely wrong, but you must remember that not all media is equal. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, they say content matters. High quality, age-appropriate media can support learning, especially when parents co-view, but passive screen time often displaces critical development activities. Furthermore, the APA states there is a big difference between high-quality, evidence-based educational media and passive viewing. In conclusion, children's literacy rates are suffering, and addictive, non-educational media is one of the main causes. But by promoting educational alternatives and setting intentional boundaries, we can change the narrative. Because every child deserves the right to read, speak, and understand the world around them. Thank you.